This is a true story. In April, I was contacted by this guy who has a Saint Bernard that he got off of Craigslist. You don't know the history of the dog when you're getting it off of Craigslist, okay? And you don't know the history of the dog when you're getting it from the pound. So let me just start off by that. And by no means am I saying don't adopt. He also said he rescued the dog off of Craigslist. No, you adopted a dog or you bought the dog. Rescuing a dog is something that only people that rescue dogs should be using that term. You're not taking the dog off of the street. I don't want to hear about it, okay? So he adopted a dog off of Craigslist or bought the dog. I'm not sure which. Probably paid some money for. So he tells me that the dog is like really well behaved, but then he starts telling me that it growls at his kids and stuff like that. And I'm like, I thought you said the dog was well behaved. Well, it is, except, it's a well behaved for me. Like it doesn't growl at me. Okay, so I put it together that I'm like talking to an idiot. This guy knows nothing about dogs, and this is a problem. If you give somebody an IQ test, they could score high on an IQ test. But if you give somebody a test on dogs, they would score like a retarded person on dogs. That's how this guy is. He thinks emotionally. It's all about like what he believes that the dog, its abilities are. Like it's about like, the dog loves me. I can tell. It's like he thinks that dogs have similar type emotions and are supposed to function similar to that of a human, and they don't. They respond, and they respond instinctually and with trained commands. So this guy's an idiot, right? This is in April. He's describing all this. I ask him the usual questions. Do you give people food? Let the dog up on the couch or whatever. Does it go on furniture? Is it limited? Where it can go? Do you use a crate? Every question that I ask, it was the worst response you could hear. This guy clearly knows nothing about dogs, dog behavior. He started off by saying, me and my wife, we watch your videos, we're fans. That's meaningless. That doesn't mean that you know anything about dogs or understand dogs. This guy was a fool. He could be watching videos because he finds them entertaining. That's it. You might be watching an entertaining one and then something about dog training might come up. Or there might be something about dog training in a video about entertainment or art or paw trees, whatever. That doesn't mean that this guy understands anything and has done anything right for this dog. At that time, I told him how much it cost. And I swear to God, he said something like, well, I was wondering if, we could do a shorter period of time and maybe I could offer some of my services for your services. And I said, what do you do? And he said, I edit. Oh, that's when I knew I was talking to an idiot. Seriously. I said, my price is, whatever it was at that time, $6,000 or whatever, be $8. The dogs bit people, it'd be $8. And, I was appalled that he was like offering this. First of all, he was trying to use the barter system. I guess it would be fair but I was like, for what? My YouTube videos? You want to edit my YouTube videos? And you think that I don't need you to edit my YouTube videos? Are you insane? This guy, I know where he lives. He lives in Westchester. He must do all right. Seriously, he's got a wife, kids. Okay, I'm going to go get the dog, but I don't understand dogs. I only think of them in an anthropomorphic way. And he just has no concept. I told him, I said, listen, your dog's going to bite someone. It's going to bite somebody. It's a Saint Bernard. It's a big dog, I'm warning him. Did he listen? No. I get this email from him today. You know, oh, I don't know what to do. The dog bit my friend's kid. New York State has a 3-bite law. 3 bites. Okay? That's what your dog gets. Now your dog has one. This dog has 1 bite on him. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Oh, you wanted to save money too. You wanted to like use the barter system so that you could kind of get a deal. Don't ever, if you want me to train your dog, don't you ever ask me for a deal. Oh, I'm supposed to work for less for you? Are you kidding me? No, that's not the way it works. It's still the same amount of work. Is that what they do for you when you go to your job? Somebody, like your boss comes in and says, you know, I want you to work for $100 less for 3 weeks for me. Okay? You cool with that? All right. Is that what you do? What job is that? What job is that people do that with? Or what job do they do that asking for free advice? It's weird. It's like people think, oh, he likes dogs, he loves animals, he's going to just help me for free. Really? My time's not worth anything? That's what people think, that the dog trainers are supposed to give out free advice, which isn't going to be helpful. Your dog needs to be trained. It takes time in the day, repetitiously working with the dog to change it. But you don't get that. You say, oh, just the dog trainer will give me a tip, and then everything will be so much easier for me and my dog. And then these people, they just travel around on YouTube asking for tips, and some stupid idiot that might not be even a dog trainer is going to give you advice that's improper. My advice is you need to spend time with the dog, training it, conditioning it in a repetitious-like manner, but it needs to have its body in the correct position and doing the correct thing. If it's growling or doing something else, it's not in the correct position. You got to say no. And no needs to be conditioned in. Do you fucking get that? No, I'm just going to give treats to the dog. You're not going to say no to the dog. Whoa, how unrealistic is that? Do you work with a dog trainer or anybody that tells you that you don't have to say no to the dog? And just says, yeah, you can just give the dog hot dogs. See, it sits. You're out of your mind. Why would you be using food anyway? The dog's like anything. Why are you going to use food? It's like so important to the dog. You could tell the dog it's doing good. You could pet the dog. You could use toys. Good boy. Yeah, they like that. They like that. Why you have to bring the hot dog into it? It's not healthy for your dog. This guy was an idiot, okay? This guy is an idiot, and I ended the message by saying, I already told you what you needed to do. Here's my advice. Start being more realistic. And know that my predictions always come true about this. He will be putting this dog down because the dog will bite a bunch of people. It's 2 years old. He contacted me in April. They were already having issues that might have already bit his kid. This is true. And now it's bit 2 kids. If you see this, you are such a tool. Seriously, you're a tool. God damn. Poor dogs. Poor dogs. The unrealistic society that we're in. It's absolutely horrendous. It is. It's horrendous. God. That poor dog. That poor dog. That big dumb dog. That big dumb Saint Bernard will end up being put down because this idiot can't figure out that the dog needs to be trained, and you can't just tell the dog it's doing everything great. Jesus, dude. I remember when this happened in April. I got on the phone right after I talked to the guy because I was so irritated. I called Jinian. I'm sorry, Jinian. I'm sorry, Jinian. Jinian, like if I got problems, man, Jinian will hear me out. I don't know. I don't know how she puts up with me. I feel like crying. I'm thinking about Jinian, seriously. But I called Jinian, and I'm like, this guy is a fucking idiot, you know? Like that. She could, she'll just kind of sit there and like listen to me, and then we'll change the conversation. Or she'll tell me to, Anyway, idiot, that poor dog. That's what I'm saying. Because of this guy, he took a totally unrealistic approach to dog ownership. This dog's life is not so good, but the owner thinks that he's giving everything to his dog, but you know what? He's given everything except what the dog really needs. Now here's a video of a dog owner that totally fucking gets it.
Luna.
I can't say for sure that this dog that you're about to watch will never bite. I don't know, maybe. All dogs can bite. That's being realistic. But what are the odds of this dog biting?
You need to crouch down a little.
Luna.
Crouch down.
Luna.
Back up, Tyler. I'm telling you to back up.
They're not very high. Why? Because she has an owner that's not an idiot and works with the dog.
Luna, over. Luna, over. Luna, here. Luna, here.
She's training the dog by playing with the dog like this. She's training the dog. She's having the dog follow direction. This dog is following direction from its owner.
Luna, place.
So if she did growl at a kid, the owner could say no and tell the dog, don't ever do that again. Not this owner. It's all about, yay! I'd never work with the St. Bernard owner. When I talked to him, I swear to God, this guy was bummed out when I said, you can't have your dog on the couch. You can't give the dog people food. Oh, well, I can't do that. Really? Why not? Luna doesn't have people food. She's not allowed to go on furniture. She's got these cots. Look at these cots.
Luna, over. Luna, over. Luna, here. Luna, here.
That's Luna's. Luna can go up there. Her mother can put her on that. That's what she's allowed on. And Luna's conditioned to know this. Go there. You can't go on the couch. You can't go on the bed. That dude, no. This dude will never get it. Some people can never get it. It's the truth. I dated a woman that was adorable. She has this pet store. She's adorable. She's like this little 98-pound girl, right? Just absolutely cute as a button. Curly blonde hair. Loved the shit out of her. But is she good for dogs? No. It's all about oxytocin and, getting that. Like, you got to pet the dog and get the dog excited and thinking that the excited dog loves her and all this shit. Mango. Mango is my dog because every time Mango was around people, Mango bit 10 people in like a 6-month period living with her. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm pissed. I didn't ever want to hear from this guy again. Ever. If you see this dude, I'm being serious. You would have to realize all that. You would have to totally change with this dog. You'd have to start using a crate too. The dog's 2 years old. They haven't been using a crate, I don't think. I have a feeling they have a big house. So they're in Westchester. I think they got a big house. The dog has territory in the house and acts territorial. As I remember, that was an issue too. Like aggressive to people that walk by and shit. It's gonna happen. It's a big dog. I'm being serious. Listen, Luna could hurt someone. Luna's a small dog. She could hurt somebody. She could bite somebody's hand, I guess, or somebody's toe. And then they might have to go to the doctor. But a St. Bernard can kill someone. Dude, I told the guy, I said, wake up. You have a 100 and what? How many pounds does a dog weigh? And it's growling at your children? They can kill a kid. Okay? Do you think that this doesn't happen? Dogs kill people every year, dude. And you get a dog from Craigslist. So it's been influenced at an early age. By the way, so is Luna's. Watch Luna.
Hunt it up.
This is Luna doing the hunt 'em up command. She's looking for some pheasant wings that her mother hid in her yard.
Yeah.
And, you know, what do you want me to say? Her mom's smart. Her mom's exercising the dog and making sure the dog is compliant. Watch how the dog comes back, and the dog doesn't do it perfect. So the owner doesn't just let Ona do it the right way. Watch, Luna's going to drop it, right?
No. Drop him.
She's dropping it. She's doing it lousy. She tells the dog to pick the object back up, hold it, and then sit at heel.
Down.
She can't go and put her in the down position. Now that she's being compliant, her mother sends her on her way to find another one. Her mother is sending that message to the young dog, which Luna's still a puppy, that you need to be compliant. You do what I say, and then when you're compliant, then you can play our game. That's what she's doing. Her mom is casting Luna at times, helping Luna find the object, getting Luna in the correct area, and then Luna can do what Luna does well, which is scent work. See, she found another wing. This is fun for a dog, and it sets the stage for the dog being obedient. And, you know, you have to listen to the human that's in it. You're in a human world, dog. Luna's mother had Luna to me by the time she was, like, I don't know, 12 weeks old. Her mother had her for a few weeks, tried to work with her, sort of got it. She actually called some food trainers, and she's like, this is ridiculous. Said the guy was using hot dogs and stuff. Dude, I'm not working with your dog. I can tell you can't change. You have the inability to change. Some people are so set in their ways and so set with how they view what a dog is, they cannot change. It's like the alcoholic that can't quit drinking. It's very similar to that. I've known people like that too. I don't get it. Personally, I quit drinking years ago. If you don't need it, you don't need it. You don't need that. But some people cannot change their mindset. They're so rigid in thought. They can't get the dog any better, and the dog always stays bad. And when you have a dog that size, you have a dog not the size of Luna, but the size of the Saint Bernard, you have a dog that can kill a human. You have any type of man-stopper-sized dog. Rottweiler, it doesn't matter what the breed is. They're all bred down from the wolf. All dogs can bite. You've got to be kidding me, man. There's Labradors that have killed people. They're all the same. That's what's ridiculous to say pit bull this and pit bull that. Pits are great. They're just like all other dogs. If you don't train them and you act like an idiot around the dog, things can happen. Remember this. They function instinctually and with trained commands. When your dog functions instinctually, it's usually going to be a bad thing. Okay? You want everything trained in as a command. Luna's mom, the dog was influenced by me from 12 weeks. I had the dog for 70 days or something, 72 days. What do you want? Of course, Luna doesn't growl. And if she did, her mom would say no. Stupid. Just absolutely a bad dog owner. I'm sorry. Horrible. Fucking horrible. I think my friend Jinian is starting to come around and see that Trump is in serious trouble. She hasn't said it for sure. She's not really saying, yes, he's going to be indicted or yes, he's going to be impeached. But before Jinian was saying, like, how did she put it? She's like, well, it'd be better if he was just voted out of office. It'd be better for the country. But no, it really wouldn't. That, you know, if he's guilty of something, then he needs to be tried. but now it's just starting to rack up so many things that he's involved in. Like, it's clear that it was three people sitting around conspiring, you know, him, Pecker, and Cohen. And two people are saying it happened, and of course Donald Trump is, you know, he knows he's really getting backed in a corner. That's just one thing. And Jinyan's starting to see that, like, I can tell she's starting to come around and say, yeah, you know, she's very logical. She just is sort of like more positive about shit than me. Like, I'm more jaded, I think. Not that she doesn't have that, but I'm much more jaded. So, you know, I'm like, fuck him. I think he's guilty. I'm judge, jury, and Judge Wapner. He's guilty. He needs to be out of there in some kind of punishment. I'm already saying I've been saying this for the whole 2 years, so I'm sure I've been real annoying to Jinian, like, you know, because she's trying to be logical. Well, maybe not, and let's just, you know, what's better for the country? That's what she's thinking. I don't agree with her. Anyway, the point is that I'm talking to Jinian tonight, and then she starts talking about Melania, and she was doing the perfect Melania voice. I've never heard anybody do a better one. Jinian can actually, she can pick up on stuff like that and do this. That's why I've been like, I wish I could get Jinian to at least help me with some audio stuff. She will not be on video. No way. No possible way would she be on video. This is somebody that has absolutely zero, I mean zero footprint, social media footprint. Nothing. Nothing. You type in Jinian 10, nothing's going to come up. I swear to God, nothing comes up. It was amazing. I was listening to her do Melania, and it was sort of hot sounding. But you know how I feel about Melania. How a lot of people feel about Melania. Melania's, you know, approval rating dropped like 11 points in like a couple weeks. People are just like sick of it, and her last name is Trump, and she's got like this like kind of stinky attitude. People try and stay you know. Jinian's been real positive about Melania, and I've tried to stay positive about her too, but the more and more we see of Melania, the more and more we see that she's sort of a, like crack. You know, for lack of a better word, like, oh, be best. Oh yeah, she's done so much, and she's done so much to stop bullying. And the whole bullying thing is just, really, that's your cause? Yet your husband is the worst offender in the history of the planet?